Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hire My VA Team and Business Building Podcast, where we help you to reclaim your freedom through hiring and thriving with virtual assistants without breaking the bank. And of course, that means your bank. And I'm Dave Braun. I'm here with Larry Broughton, my partner in all things coaching, fantastic business mentor. We're walking together through life. We are brothers for sure, Larry. Yep, tell everyone hi, my friend.
Well, first of all, hello, handsome Dave. Yes, like brothers, there are ups and downs in life that we share with each other. So thanks for being on the journey with me. Hey, it's been a good week so far. Been a good week. It had some rough spots, of course, but that's life, right? I mean, that's where we learn. It's where we get meaning from, right? If we didn't have those rough spots, I don't think that we would necessarily appreciate the smooth path sometimes, right? And so it's been a good week, all in all. Glad that we're on the journey together. Thanks for loving and supporting me. I love and support you, and let's see if we can offer some love and support to our community today.
Ooh, I'm feeling good. Just love everywhere.
Warm and fuzzies. But I think we have a good question this week. We usually do, but I think we're going to take a little bit of a different approach here the next 2 or 3 of these podcasts.
Yeah. So this one is, we've been getting questions from folks about the white glove service that we launched. So what's the Hire My VA white glove service all about?
Well, it's interesting, Dave. Like, what do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes.
Right. And that's where a lot of our programs and our teachings come from. Is people say, I love this, but can you do that?
Right.
Us, right. And so the community, the program, the course, those are all awesome. And we're seeing people get a lot of movement. But what I think we're realizing, David, there's a lot of people like me, right? It's like, okay, yeah, I understand this, but I don't want to do it, or we have people, Dave, who are so in the weeds. They need so much help. They're so overwhelmed with just running their business, working in their business, and they don't have time to work on their business. And hiring a VA, it's kind of like working on your business. And so they just need some breathing room, somebody to say, okay, yes, I'm the leader. Yes, I'm the entrepreneur. Yes, I'm the founder of this organization. Yes, I'm the CEO of this organization. But I don't have time to go through the whole process. Can you do it for me? That was what somebody said first, right? It's like, and we had to step back.
Right.
From this. And so, yeah, so that's what this was born out of. And so basically we're going to do it for you.
Yeah. And what's interesting, Larry, is when we first launched the regular course and community, what we were doing is people that came in, we'd schedule like a quick 15-minute call. And you know what? Invariably, everybody was like, I'm just so swamped. I'm so busy. We've created, the rapid quick start sections to get people through it as fast as possible. But guess what? They still have to do, that chunk on their own, right? And our philosophy really was, let's teach people how to do this because we want to give them a fishing pole so that they can fish for life versus giving them a fish and they eat for the day, right? So, but the problem is people are like, there's times when, guess what? You just need to eat the fish today. You just need to survive, right?
That's right. Think about this. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, the only thing I was going to say is a good analogy is, so what we're doing is we're kind of giving folks the fish alongside at the same time we're teaching them the fish, right? So it's a good combination. And Larry, to be honest, I wouldn't want to do it any other way. I wouldn't want to do it any other way.
No, I think that you're right. I mean, think about you and I were just a half hour ago, 30 minutes ago, we were just on a call with 2 clients, both building their businesses. One is basically a startup. The other is doing over $1 million a year. And they were both just, one guy's getting married this weekend, right?
They're both.
Exactly. Because not only you're running your business, but you have life stuff going on, right? And so if you're like that, then this white glove service might be right for you.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe what we ought to do is kind of walk through in a nutshell, because, whether you're hiring your first or your 100th, person, there are some steps you need to go through to find that really highly motivated VA, that virtual assistant. And and for those folks who might have just stumbled on this video, our HireMyVA program you can use whether you're hiring VAs in the US or in Ukraine or from Vietnam. What we have found, what works best for us, are VAs in the Philippines, but don't let that stop you. And there are a lot of, you've heard, or India, frankly, India's got a lot of VAs there as well. But you got to ask yourself what works best for you. Is if the accent is a problem for you, well, guess what? There are a lot of Filipinos or Filipinas, both men and women, who have varying degrees of education, experience, accent, nuance of the American English language versus not, right? Mm-hmm. And so this is where the VA, HireMyVA, the white glove service is really gonna help you out. So maybe we ought to, Dave, go through what are the 3 phases of our HireMyVA program.
Yeah, Larry. And so what we did is we modeled this after, the course. In the course itself, we have the 3 phases of prepare, hire, and thrive. And you can see in some of our previous podcasts, we talk about those phases in detail. So what we do, the first phase is prepare. And so what we do is, the first thing is you schedule a call with us. We do a Zoom call and we talk to you about the different requirements that you have. We talk to you about, the benefits that we recommend that you offer, pay, all of that kind of stuff, to really dial all of that kind of stuff in so that you can attract somebody. And what we also do, which, this is another difference, is we talk with you about, especially about your core values. Because as you know, through, folks that you're listening, we talk a lot about our core values and how important those are to help filter people and to have people come into your organization that are aligned with you. So we work with you through those. And generally, it's it's only an hour call, and we work through so much in an hour. And plus, then what we do is based upon your experience, we will either recommend resources or walk you through exactly how you want to do some short interviews with candidates that will get you through the hire phase. And Larry, you want to talk a little bit about the hire phase for us?
Yeah, those short interviews are really important, and that the hour conversation lays the groundwork for this next phase. The second phase is actually hiring in both the program and in the white glove service. So once we understand the core values of the organization, what your mission, vision, and mission is for your organization, and specifically what type of VA you're looking for, because you might be looking for a general VA, or you might be looking for somebody who's an expert in tech, or maybe it's in content writing, whatever it might be. We are going to do the deeper interview process for you.
Yes.
All right. And then we're going to present you with up to 3 candidates that match your needs, that help you choose, and then discuss with you how to onboard them properly for maximum success. And that's really important, Dave, is the onboarding portion. Is that we've seen so many folks, not just when hiring VAs, but with hiring in-person folks right here in the US, is that they go through this whole process and investment in time and money to hire somebody, and then they fall short on the onboarding process. That onboarding process is what's really setting them up for success.
Yes.
All right. Here's what's expected of you. Here's how we're going to be communicating with you. Here's how we're going to be transferring information. Here's how you can actually, if you're intentional about this, you can tell them, if you meet this, this, and this, the likelihood of success is exponentially improved, right? Conversely, we've also seen, Dave, in both with our coaching clients and people who've gone through the program, because not everyone's 100% successful who goes through this, is that they hire somebody and then they just throw them into the job and expect that they're going to know what to do. That is the worst thing that you can do for someone. People want to feel like they're on a winning team, and they want to, for the most part, and people want to feel like they're contributing, right? But if they get onto the team and then they have no idea what's expected of them, they flounder, they question themselves, and they leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we don't want that.
No,
which brings us to the third phase, is setting them up, Dave, to actually thrive. Do you want to kind of take that part?
Yeah. Larry, you talked about the hire phase and how important that is when we're guiding you on how to onboard and how to properly do an agreement. And to do that, since we're really walking along beside you this whole way. And so to do that, we just do a 30-minute call, a Zoom meeting with you to guide you through that onboarding process. So we make it as easy as possible. I mean, it really is. The clients that we've walked through this, just, they love it and say, oh my gosh, this is so worthwhile. So, but there is often, I mean, nobody does exactly what we do, of course, just for the prepare and hire part, but you could say that they do certain parts of it, other services, but here's what they don't do. They don't really do the Thrive part. Right. So what we do in the Thrive part is we meet with you, say, maybe a week, 2 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks later, depending upon what you want to do. We do another, quick Zoom call, like a 30-minute Zoom call. We ask you how it's going, where you guys are communicating well, or maybe not as well. So what we want to do is we want to just really provide some customized tips and tricks and some advice, so that you can boost, both yours and their productivity. Because Larry, some of the folks that, join us here for this and sign up for the service have never worked with somebody who is not, somebody who work in remote, but somebody who they've never worked with somebody who's from the Philippines. Right. And so we talk, and even though, we guide you through a little bit on that hire, we help tweak things and give you some great ideas to really ratchet up what you're doing in that Thrive meeting.
Yeah. And by the way, we do this ourselves. Okay. We have VAs from the Philippines. I've had VAs based in the US. I've had them based in Vietnam before. So we've got experience doing this. So we didn't just generate this from, hey, this sounds like a good need. We do this ourselves. And by the way, once you're you go through this white glove service, you then have access to our community. All right.
That's right.
And so you can ask ongoing questions, right? You can become a member of our HireMyVA and Victory programs, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have questions, it's really nice to be able to hop online into the forum and ask, hey, is anyone else having this challenge? Or what do you folks suggest in this area, right? So I think that's really important as well. So, and we offer everything, we can help you out in the Thrive portion of this, everything from team member handbooks and policy templates and, paid leave calculators, all kinds of things that just to help you become a better business person, right? Our goal is to really help you find freedom in your life. We just happen to believe that entrepreneurs, leaders, and high achievers are really the ones who are putting a positive dent in the world, really driving the economy. It's the small business owners, right? And we're just trying to give more people tools so they can create freedom and multi-generational legacy through entrepreneurship. To just do great things, right? And this happens to be one of the tools to do that.
Yeah, it's a great tool that people that we have, taken through the white glove service, as well as the course. I mean, we're highlighting the white glove service, but the people going through it, really love it. And that's, Larry, that's what we talk about. We want to make a difference in the world. That's why we put the program together the way we've done it. That's why we've structured it, because, as you said, we've gone through it with hiring VAs, working with them, and sometimes having to let them go as well.
That's right.
So we just got everything in there for you guys, and come join it and try it out. It's awesome service.
Yeah. I think that it's great for entrepreneurs who are absolutely overwhelmed. Okay. It's great for entrepreneurs who may not be overwhelmed, but they just don't like getting in the weeds and doing this kind of stuff. Right.
Yeah.
For instance, I am not I hate getting in the weeds. I don't like the detail. Right. I want to be more big picture. I would rather have this is basically it's not a necessarily done for you program. It's more of a done with you program. We will not be successful in hiring or recruiting VAs for you if we haven't worked with you first to find out what are your core values? What are your intentions? Is this short term? Is it long term? What types of people do you work with best? What are your strengths?
Right.
Okay, so that we can find somebody who complements your weaknesses, right? There really is a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And we just know this is going to be one of the most cost-effective ways of growing your team, building freedom, increasing your productivity,
Right.
that you're going to probably invest in your business in several years. Okay. We've just seen productivity skyrocket with this, right? And I keep saying this. We've had a couple of clients, Dave, remember this, who have said they didn't feel like a real business owner until they did this, until they had a team around them. They felt like it was more of a hobby before, but now that they've got team members, VAs with them, and they can start seeing their productivity increase, then they felt like they were a real business owner, right? And I just promise you this, you will be able to leverage your strengths a whole lot more if you are not doing things by yourself. Okay. You'll be able to serve your clients better, or you'll be able to work in your strengths more with a VA. And ultimately you're going to find more freedom. It's just a fact.
In fact, Larry, let me tell you a quick story. It just came to mind is one of our clients. And I know it was Joe. And I think it was during our interview that we've got with him as one of the episodes here. Search for that. But I think one of the things, he was so successful when he was hiring folks. One of the things that he said is like, what am I going to do now? You remember that?
This is a person who his intention was to hire one VA, and he pretty quickly hired 4 or 6 because they were so darn productive.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like, what do I do now?
Now what? And now he's on this, because he has time, he's on this total health kick. Again, he has freedom. So he's exercising and dropping weight, and body fat's dropping down, and he's having more fun. He has time for his grandkids, and that's just one guy.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess that's a good way to know if you've got freedom when you ask the question is, well, what do I do right now?
With my business. Yeah. All this free time business I have. Now what?
Yeah.
Go out and secure more business. How about that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Funny. So anyway, folks, well, actually, there is anything else we want to bring up on that?
I don't think so. I think we've kind of hit it. Again, white glove service done with you, help you find more freedom through hiring a VA or 2 or 4,
8, 20. All right. Well, folks, thank you so much for being with us, joining us today. Remember, building a team is the way to reclaim your freedom, where you can actually ask yourself, what am I going to do now? And of course, we're here to help you get to that point, right? With our course and community. And of course, what we just talked about today, our white glove service, where we actually find a rock star for you and guide you through the entire process, walking with you step by step, and just making it as easy as possible for you. So right now, we'd love for you to do 3 things. We'd really appreciate it. Number 1, subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already done so, either on your iPhone or your Android phone. And of course, on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, you just hit the subscribe button and clicking on that little bell next to it so that you get reminders of new episodes. The second thing is give us a rating, preferably 5-star, or leave a comment below this video. If you're watching on YouTube, or just any comment, send us an email, whatever, it just helps us. And then of course, number 3 is go to HireMyVA.com for more information on our course and community and our white glove service. You can explore both right there at HireMyVA.com. And remember though, even without experience, you'll learn how to prepare for, hire, and thrive with virtual assistants. Larry and I love helping folks on a daily basis. We're doing that. Love our Q&A calls. And we really would love to see you join us at HireMyVA.com. So just go to HireMyVA.com for more information.
Yeah. And folks, if you listen to any of these podcasts to the end, because I know a lot of folks, when we start wrapping up, people drop off, but sometimes I get in the mood to do a little homily at the end of these. And today is one of those, because I'm just feeling like I want to remind folks that just stop chasing success and really start seeking a life of significance. And we have found through using VAs that we have really made a significant impact, not only in our businesses, but in the team members of the VAs who we hire that are in the Philippines, where they have had absolutely life-changing financial independence. Like they've been able to buy their grandparents homes. They've been able to put their children through school that they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. And these are highly talented, highly educated, smart people, right? And we have to stop judging people based on accents or because they're a little bit different than us. I get the whole idea about tribes. You know, sometimes we get a little bit anxious when we see somebody that's a little bit different than us because we don't really know who they are. But if we open up our hands like this instead of like this and fist, boy, do people's lives change, right? And I am just so proud, particularly of Dave and his heart and how he has shepherded this HireMyVA program and helped people change the trajectory of their lives through getting them stable gigs here in the US.
Yes.
It's life-changing.
It means a lot to them. It does so much.
And it really is a multi-generational change. So open your hearts to that, if you would. And I would just leave you with this, as I always do. God bless you, God keep you, and God hold you. All right, my friends, go get them.
All right. Bye, folks.
See you later. Bye.